Call the meeting, the Gurney Village Board regular meeting of March 7, 2022. Roll call, please.
O'Brien.
Present.
Balmas. Thorstensen.
Here.
Woodside.
Here.
Ross.
Here.
Garner.
Here.
5 aye, 1 absent.
Stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. First item on the agenda is to approve the consent agenda as presented. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Trustee O'Brien, second by Trustee Garner. Roll call, please.
O'Brien.
Aye.
Thorstensen.
Yes.
Woodside.
Aye.
Ross.
Aye.
Garner.
Aye.
5 aye.
Motion carries. Pat?
Item number 1, approval of the minutes in the February 21st, 2022 meeting. Item number 2, approval of ordinance 2022-07, approving and publishing the official zoning map of the Village of Gurnee. Item number 3, approval of setting bid date of March 28, 2022 for 2022 street maintenance program. Item number 4, approval of payroll for period ending February 25, 2022 in the amount of $900,220.15. Item number 5, approval of bills for period ending March 7, 2022 in the amount of $979,745.37.
Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Trustee Garner, second by Trustee Thorstensen. Roll call, please.
O'Brien.
Aye.
Thorstensen.
Yes.
Woodside.
Aye.
Ross.
Aye.
Garner.
Aye.
5 aye.
Motion carries. There's no petitions and communications.
Correct.
No reports.
Correct.
No old business.
Correct.
New business. Approval of ordinance 2022,
08.
amending the Gurney Municipal Code, Chapter 6, Section 6 and 55 pertaining to regulations for Class 4 and Class 14 liquor licenses. Okay.
Sure. So you'll remember at our last meeting, we had representatives from Marcus Theaters here making a couple requested changes to their liquor license, which is a Class 14 related to Auditorium 8 and showing live sports there. There was 3 requests. They wanted the ability to deliver liquor to Auditorium 8, the ability to locate a portable bar there when there was heavy attendance in the auditorium, and then also removing the limitation on alcoholic beverage sizes that they serve at the theater. They stated the Gurney Theater was the only theater in the chain that had the limits on the actual sizes of the drinks. In relation to that, Mayor Hood had some businesses in town reach out, some Class 4 license holders regarding the time that they could start selling alcohol in the morning, requesting to align those hours with the hours that their store actually opens. Jewel being one example. Jewel opens at 6 a.m. in the morning, but per our code, they're not allowed to sell alcohol until 8 a.m. in the morning. So they would have people showing up early on the weekends who are getting ready to leave town or getting ready for some weekend festivities, and we're told we can't sell alcohol yet, which resulted in some disgruntled purchasers. So they requested that change, ran both of these changes by the police department. They didn't have any concerns with it. So both of these changes for the Class 14, which is what Marcus has, and then the Class 4 license are included in this ordinance. We have 9 Class 4 liquor license holders. Aldi's, Dino's, Cardinal Liquor, Target, Walmart, the other Cardinal, Sam's, Jewel, Mariano's, and then Benny's. So those are the 9 that would be impacted by moving this hours they can start selling in the morning from 8 a.m. to 6 a.m.
Any discussion? Is there a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Trustee Thorstensen, second by Trustee O'Brien. Roll call, please.
O'Brien.
Aye.
Thorstensen.
Yes.
Woodside. Ross.
Aye.
Garner.
Aye.
5 aye.
Motion carries. Item number 2, approval of ordinance 2022,
09.
adding 1 Class 1 tobacco and alternative nicotine products licensed by amending Section 7-8 of Chapter 7 of the Gurney Municipal Code entitled Tobacco and Alternative Nicotine Retailers.
Sure. So you'll remember a little bit back, we had a moratorium that expired. We instituted a licensing provisions in the code similar to alcohol. Therefore, Before someone starts selling, they need to come to us. We have 2 classes as it relates to nicotine. Class 1 is incidental use, so less than 50% of the sales are from nicotine or tobacco-related items. The manager of Gurney Newsstand out at Gurney Mills has requested a Class 1 license. He currently also operates Vape Cloud out at the mall, which does obviously sell these types of products. It was in place when we instituted the licensing, so it was grandfathered in. He'd like to sell incidental at his other location at the mall, so he has submitted this request. Police Department did a background check, didn't find anything in there, so it's before you for consideration.
Is there any discussion? Trustee O'Brien?
Wasn't the other business of the petitioner one of the 4 that failed the under 18 spot check?
You know, that's a good question. Unfortunately, I don't have that answer for you. I know we did check on this location, and he was not selling, nor did he have any setup to sell prior to his ask, but I'd have to get back to you on that first question.
The only point was, if that other location that he owns was one of them, maybe we could say, can you watch a little bit closer since we're doing this?
Sure.
Trustee Ross?
I don't have any problem with this one, but I thought that when we did the ordinance, that it was to say we have enough tobacco, places that you can get it, and that we were going to limit it. So I would hope that we won't be getting a lot of these wanting to add to the amount.
I think this was potentially a response to when we did the licensing, that this came up as an immediate issue. So I think that we were going to address it just as prior mayor has addressed liquor licenses. I think we'd hope to use it the same way. So I think it's
Going
a
forward.
good idea, right?
Okay.
Anybody else? Is there a motion?
So moved.
Motion by Trustee O'Brien,
Second.
second by Trustee Thorstensen. Roll call, please.
O'Brien.
Aye.
Thorstensen.
Yes.
Woodside. Ross. Garner.
Aye.
5 aye.
Motion carries. Item number 3, approval of ordinance 2022.
10.
And proposing a temporary 6-month moratorium on the establishment of outdoor storage yards. Yeah.
Sure, so you had a memo from our Community Development Director, Dave Ziegler, on this. We've recently had several inquiries regarding utilizing vacant industrial lots for semi-truck and trailer storage. So with the order online, delivered to your house, obviously they're looking for places to park the vehicles that move all this stuff around. So when we look at our zoning code, we do have storage yard outdoor as one of the classifications within it. The definition doesn't specifically mention vehicles and trailers, but it probably needs to be clarified. So to give staff the ability to look at this and clarify it, so we don't have a bunch of our industrial lots that could have buildings on them, generating jobs, generating property tax, turning into parking lots. Staff has requested a 6-month moratorium. We do have one that's in the application process that we'll see where it ends up, not looking as promising as it did initially. So we'll continue to work on that one and process that one, but any other ones that would come in would fall underneath this moratorium. So again, 6-month time period to give staff a chance to look at the zoning code to make sure when these come in, they are located in the appropriate areas with the appropriate protections in from a village standpoint.
Any discussion?
Where do we stand if the one application submitted is approved? Where would we stand after the moratorium? Would that be?
That would still be a permitted use then. So now that this application has highlighted or brought attention to this possibility, the village will undertake a review to address that issue. But for any applications that were submitted prior to the moratorium, they will be processed in due course.
But after the moratorium, we decide against in the future.
Then, yes. Then
Would he be grandfathered in?
Well, yes, it would exist already.
Okay.
They'd already have the permission, and so there'd have to be a text amendment, basically, and again, this is for staff to consider, but, some of the discussions have been should there be some facilities on site, not just the parking lot, so that enhances the employment opportunity, maybe also safety and property maintenance. So those are all issues that our staff are going to look at. In order to have a text amendment, the village would have to have a public hearing before it came to the board.
Any other questions? Is there a motion?
So moved.
Motion by trustee Ross,
Second.
second by trustee Woodside. Roll call, please.
O'Brien.
Aye.
Thorstenson.
Yes.
Woodside.
Aye.
Ross.
Aye.
Garner.
Aye.
5 ayes.
Motion carries. Item number 4, approval of a request from Information Systems to waive the formal bidding requirement and award a 1-year contract for Arctic Wolf Managed Security Services to CDW-G at a cost of $103,406. Pat?
Sure. So we touched on this a little bit earlier in the budget hearing. Ryan is going to give a more detailed explanation of what exactly this service is and the need.
So about a year ago, we brought a multi-year agreement before the board for firewall security services, multi-factor authentication, and individual antivirus subscriptions. We believe this Arctic Wolf proposal is the next step in our security services portfolio. And the issue that we face is regular system and network log review has been a recurring topic on cybersecurity questionnaires, cybersecurity assurance questionnaires, and security compliance checks. For an environment our size, it's a challenge to have effective collection and analysis tools, training and expertise, and staff time to dedicate to this process. The issue isn't only a compliance checkbox. There is real operational value in parsing this data and looking at what's going on in our operation, resulting in actionable items. Log entries that are common, like when the user logs into a PC or PC connects to the network or application is installed, all generate large volumes of data that is useful, but would not typically be considered significant unless it's combined with other events. For instance, if we had similar data from another system, like a particular user account that was logging in a whole bunch of places at the same time, or an application that's unexpected that shows up in a whole bunch of places at the same time, or entries in a firewall, or entries in, say, endpoint detection and response products. As cybersecurity attacks continue to transform and mature, there's been a trend toward low impact infiltration, where an attacker would gain access to a network or a system and kind of try and stay under that log noise level so that they're not seen or detected while they gather information to either exfiltrate data or launch, say, ransomware or other cybersecurity attacks from inside the network. Effectively analyzing this logging and intrusion detection data is really a specialized IT skill set. We talked a little bit earlier about how
discussion? Thanks, Ryan, I appreciate that. That's helpful. Is there a motion?
Motion to approve?
Second.
Motion by trustee Thorstensen, second by trustee Ross. Roll call, please.
O'Brien.
Aye.
Thorstensen.
Yes.
Woodside. Ross.
Aye.
Garner. 5 aye.
Motion carries. Item number 5, approval of request from Engineering Division to waive the formal bidding requirement and award purchase of water main and water main appurtenances for the Lawrence Avenue and Route 21 projects from the low bidder core and main suppliers at a cost of $136,425.35. Pat?
Sure. So you had a memo from Nick Leach on this, our assistant village engineer. A little different approach due to supply chain issues and the crazy world that we're living in today. So typically, when we bid these projects, the contractor provides all of the supplies needed, the water main and all the apprentices. We're a little concerned as far as that being available and ready when we want to get these projects started and completed. So what Nick has done is reached out to a couple different suppliers to purchase about 50% of the water main and other supplies that we would need for the Route 21 water main loop, which is down by Fire Station 3, and then also the Waveland project. So the third project we have in slated for next year is over on Juniper. That's going to be a little later in the season. So we have a certain level of confidence that contractors will be able to gather up what they need for that project, but these other two are higher priority for us. We want to get started on them sooner. So he received actually 3 bids back. One was incomplete, so 2 complete bids. Core and Main was a low bidder at $136,425.35. The other bid was $151,000. We've purchased material from Core and Main in the past, had good luck with them. So the request here is to allow staff to go ahead, purchase this material. We'll have it on site. Nick's talked to a couple different contractors. They're happy to do install jobs only without supplying the materials, so should be in good shape from that regard.
Any questions? Trustee O'Brien?
Not so much a question, but congratulations. That's brilliant to get ahead of the curve on that. It's nice that Gurney's going to get their waters fixed and the other communities.
Thank you.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by trustee O'Brien, second by trustee Garner. Roll call, please.
O'Brien.
Aye.
Thorstensen.
Yes.
Woodside. Ross.
Aye.
Garner.
Aye.
5 aye.
So Nick, just as a question, what was the lead time on the, this $136,000 worth of pipe, or whatever that was, yeah?
The lead
Give you
time
a
for
lead
the,
time? Yeah.
for our pipe, so right now, there is minimal lead time. Some of the suppliers, particularly Core and Main, actually have it in stock. So the goal here is to be proactive for the summer, for when there is a high demand during the summertime when they do install water main. So we're just trying to be proactive, and so we don't have any delays, because we do have a rather large water and sewer projects slotted for this next fiscal year, so.
I second trustee O'Brien's thoughts. I'll accept the thoughts about the other communities that might come back to bite us later, so.
Okay, I love the other communities too.
How do you want to handle this? Public comment and adjourn the meeting and then start the budget hearing back up? Okay. So if you want to call for public comment.
So there's an opportunity to give public comment. If you'd like to, you could step up to the microphone and state your name, and go from there. Mr. Morgan, I think you're our sole member of the public, so if you wanted to step up to the microphone, yes. There being none, the floor is closed. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by trustee O'Brien, second by trustee Garner. Roll call, please. Or we just say all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Give me that bad look, Andy. You were late, so.